Well, hi everybody. Yes, you can tell, I am out and about, parked right now. I'm not driving, but I am performing an essential task. I'm running an essential errand. In fact, speaking of the word essential, I saw yesterday an article where the government has declared that in the event of a shelter-in-place order, clergy are considered essential personnel. Yes. Made me feel good about myself, but also about our government and our society. We value clergy. But then I scrolled down on the article and it said that liquor store employees are considered essential personnel too. So whatever, make of that what you will. You know, I've gotten some questions in these days about what's going on and what God is doing in all this. Is this a sign of the end times? This virus, pestilence, and wars and rumors of wars, etc. Is this a God's punishment for some sin of the world? Well, take the first one first. We are in the end times. We have been living in what Jesus called the last days ever since his death and resurrection. So, in that sense, yes, and there's nothing new about pestilence, wars, rumors of wars ever since then. And so our response to that should just be to look forward to when Jesus does come again and not to sweat it, not to worry about it. But yes, we are living in the end times. The past 2,000 years have been the end times. So with regard to punishment, be careful with that one. You know, be very, very careful with that one, because bad things happen all the time. And if you're always looking for some specific sin to correlate with the bad things that have happened, you're going to be in trouble, and you're not going to get to know God that way, because that's just not the way that he works. Think about it. If you are a believer, all of your sin was punished in Jesus and his offering on the cross for you. And so there is no more punishment left for believers. There's no condemnation. You won't face the punishment. Now, does God discipline? Does God discipline his people? Yes. God disciplines his children, just as a father would discipline the children in whom he delights. And so that's a valid question. Is God disciplining you? Is he steering you in a new direction through all this? Is he disciplining his church? Is he guiding and shaping and forming his church in all this? Well, absolutely. And look for that. Look for the ways that he's doing that. But punishment, no, be very, very careful. Don't listen to anybody who would tell you that this particular plague is a punishment for this particular sin. They don't know that. They don't know. So speaking of what God is doing here in all this, there's a video going around, an old Billy Graham video going around of him preaching a sermon, and he references the prophet Habakkuk. And Habakkuk starts his oracle by pleading with God, how long are you going to be quiet, silent? How long are you going to not listen to me? How long are you going to let us suffer and you don't save us? And then God essentially says, hey, Habakkuk, sit back and watch the nations and watch what I'm about to do. Because I'm about to do something that you wouldn't believe even if I told you. That's a great word of advice for us today. God has told us, he's given us a whole great big book all about the stuff that he has done and that he is going to do. And half the time we don't believe that, or we don't want to read that. We're not interested in that. But then we demand to know what he's going to do in this specific circumstance, in this specific stressful situation. It just doesn't work that way. And you know what? Chances are, if he were to tell you exactly what he was doing through this outbreak and everything that's happening, there's a good chance you wouldn't believe it anyways. So take heart, sit back, and just watch what God is going to do. And be prayerful about it. Draw near to him. Trust in him. And also look out for ways that you can help. Look for good deeds that he has put in your path. Ways that you can be a light to the world and a help to your neighbors. Well, I hope I see y'all tomorrow. I won't see you, but you see me tomorrow at 10:15 for worship online on our website, standrewepc.org. If you want to join Sunday school, get on Zoom at 9 o'clock. The class will be coming to you from Casa de la Troyer. That'll be at 9 o'clock. And until then, I'll be praying for you. Please pray for me as well. God bless you. Bye-bye.